Hey everyone, just wanted to show you guys my home-built cockpit that I have set up for Microsoft FSX. So you can see I've got three 23-inch widescreens running at AMD Radeon 6870 graphics card with the Infinity mode set up. I also have a fourth monitor running on the 6870 card, and I use that for my GPS that I have installed here. The GPS that I use is from Desktop Aviator. It's got a 7-inch LCD display, and all the buttons and dials and everything are functional. It's really great, really realistic. As far as the panels, I just went with the SciTac panels, just basically because of the price, and they were ready to install. I've got a radio panel, I've got the autopilot panel, and I use the push-pull throttle prop and mixture setup because I mostly fly just the small GA planes. For my gauges, I've got I'm using FS Expand. It's version 5.8. I haven't upgraded yet, but it works really good. There's no delay or anything. But you can see I got it set up for single engine. I got the SciTac yoke. I'm using the Cessna rudder pedals, which are really good. I've got also from Desktop Aviator, I've got the trim wheel set up. I use that trim wheel instead of the one that's actually installed on the SciTac panel. I've got dual controls set up. They're not linked, but they do both work. My co-pilot control is my old CH Products flight yoke that I used to use, but I essentially switched over to SciTac. My system, it's several years old, but it runs FSX and all my add-ons really good. I've got the secondary computer networked into that to run my FS Expand for my two monitors. As you can see, the co-pilot side, it's not finished yet. I leave that monitor open just so I can run my apps through WideFS. I have FS Copilot that I also run on that other side. But everything works good. I just wanted to show you guys what I got here. If anybody's interested in building something, if they want to take some ideas from what I've got here. I just basically did a lot of research on my own, and I took ideas from basically anywhere I could find them. Kind of came up with my own generic setup. But you can see I got the fully built dash here for my my firewall, I guess, if that's what you want to call it. But I've got all my gauges are basically just cut out through the plywood, and I've got a 19-inch monitor widescreen behind the gauges. Again, another SciTac control panel and my Cessna rudder pedals. Everything is fully functional. Here's just an example of the GPS. I'm going to hit the terrain button. It's going to switch over to terrain mode. And back to the nighttime mode, and I can cycle through. I can zoom in, I can zoom out, I can go scroll through the functions, I can set up my approaches. It's really nice. This is probably one of my best investments. It's really cool. Radio, SciTac radio panel, everything works here. I got my autopilot. Can adjust your autopilot settings. Prop mixture, or my throttle mixture, you can see when I move the prop, the FS Expand gauges move. And you can see also that if I adjust my altimeter, it will adjust on FS Expand. You can see the altimeter adjusting with the SciTac panel here, which is really cool. all the gauges work. I'm probably not going to demonstrate a flight, but I just wanted to show you my setup. I installed a toggle switch, which basically toggles the display power on and off for the GPS, and it's just the power for the monitor. And I also installed a map light. This is just a light that you would use for your desktop, but installed a toggle switch for that, just for night flying, so I can see any material that I need to see. I've got a small keyboard here. I got the smallest one I could find. It's really nice. It fits perfect on the center console that I've made here. And here's my networked computer. And believe it or not, this computer is probably 10 years old. It's an old AMD single core, and it runs my FS expand gauges just fine. And over here I've got a just a Go Flight toggle panel, which I don't have installed yet. But that's my setup. Go through a couple of the views, cycle through a few of the views here. There's my virtual cockpit mode, and here's my external mode. That is the Coronado 337. That's probably one of my favorite planes to fly. But that's my setup. I just wanted to share it with you guys. If you got any questions, you can send me an email. It was I didn't put a whole lot of money into it. Everything that I used was just simple stuff that you could get from the hardware store, stuff that I found around the house. And it's actually built in a niche in a spare room where a closet would go. So it fit perfect. I basically just built a table where the closet would go, and then I built the cockpit around the table and into the niche. So that's it. That's my cockpit.